Come vibe with a queen. And I was literally just like, no way. And sniffle sniffle this whole week. Like, hey guys, what's up? I hope everyone is good and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you stick around, and if you're enjoying the vibe, hopefully you will subscribe. And to my returning subscribers and supporters, as always, I love and appreciate your loyalty. I trust and hope that everyone has had a blessed week, and for those of you who are not doing too good, trust me, we are in the same boat right now. Sometimes you just gotta hop, skip, jump, smile, laugh and cry through the BS. But you know what? We move. So I pray that there is sunshine after your storm. So anyway guys, today I kind of just want to chop it up with you guys, kind of just a chill vibe, you know, and just like react and kind of basically do a reaction to some of the wildest things I have. Well, let me not say wildest, because every day on social media to me seems like the wildest thing I have seen. But yeah, basically like react to some of the crazy things I have seen this week on the internet. Oh my days. Guys, when I tell you the internet, social media remains undefeated. Like, it really is not a real place. It is out of this world. Like, I just feel like it, especially once you like get kind of sucked into it, you know, like for those who know when you get on TikTok and end up being on there for an hour, it's like you enter a whole different dimension, and it's got its pros and its cons. Like, it can definitely be a very toxic place. Some days I just cannot deal, and I get like content creator guilt. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm trying to build a brand and trying to build a platform and do my content creation, but bro, sometimes I need a break. Like, some days I just need a break. Like, I just cannot do it. There's just too much going on. And then sometimes it's a good old laugh. Like, social media can be very funny, informative, educational, downright right hilarious, and very, very, very messy. Okay, let's not even act like it is not a very messy place to be. And yeah, it literally has me laughing, crying, smiling, everything at the same time. So yeah, so today I'm kind of just going to talk about some of the things this week that have literally had me gobsmacked, flabbergasted, jaw on the floor, but also had me kind of cracking up. Some things that are just really cute and really sweet. And yeah, just gonna react to some of the shit some of the ish that I have seen this week. Crazy place to be. So it is Friday evening, so your girl is sipping on a little bit of rum with some diet cherry coke. Yum, because why not? So yeah guys, let's get into the first one. So basically, I know everyone is talking about it. Everyone is talking about it. It is everywhere. But I have to give my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna give my opinion because why not? I know everyone is talking about it. It's kind of buzzing right now. And yeah, so without further ado, so the first wild thing I've seen on the internet this week is the whole Keke Palmer and her baby daddy situation. Like, that escalated real quick. And I say that that escalated real quick. And I say that because I remember when the Shade Room first posted a video of Keke at the Usher concert, right? And my girl looked good. She looked amazing in what she was wearing. And but I saw the whole interaction between her and Usher, and I was literally saying to myself, like, I remember saying to myself, like, that is the sign of a very secure relationship, because this man was all over her. Like, I felt like it was a little bit inappropriate. It was not inappropriate, but I was kind of like, this is awkward to watch kind of thing. But do your thing, you know. Like, I understand it's probably like, you know, we all have that celebrity that we've kind of like loved from day one, so you're finally in their clutches. You probably don't even know how to react or even behave in the moment. And I know how easy it is sometimes to forget your freaking wits about you in a situation like that, because I don't know, I'll probably faint like altogether. But I was kind of like, why is this man all up on this woman like that? But at the same time, I was like, whatever it was, probably went with the whole, you know, aesthetic of the show, like it's very sexy, etc, etc. But he was very hands-on, right? So I was like, cool. Anyway, so that was that. Like, we all went about our days scrolling, keeping it moving, as you do. On to the next. Blood fire. The next day. No, hold on. The next day now has put out a whole statement on, like, you know, you're a mom and she shouldn't be dressing like that, etc, etc. I'm gonna post the statement just in case I don't get 100% correct, right? Anyway, my basic, now, for one, the conversation should have been between them at home. But two, maybe he felt publicly humiliated, so he decided to publicly humiliate her. Three, why would you come in for her the way she was dressed as a mom? Like, there are moms out here that do way worse on social media for everyone to see, have way worse on display, doing the most, not setting the greatest examples for their kids. Like, she wasn't out there like tits out, ass out. She had on a sheer dress, and it was like, you know, it had the leotard underneath, and then it was a little bit sheer. Like, you can tell she was still trying to cover up. She could have gone out in just the leotard and heels. I would kind of get it, because you're at a concert in a swimsuit. Do you know what I mean? But it had a little sheer little thing over it. Like, I didn't see no issue with the way she was dressed, but people just how they want to dress. Do you get what I'm saying? However, I do understand, like, in a relationship, you probably have conversations of how you expect each other to, like, conduct, how we expect one another to conduct ourselves when we are out in public doing the things that we do. I don't feel like she was intentionally trying to disrespect him. However, I do not know, because we don't know what they are going through in a relationship. But bro, you came for her publicly and it didn't go how I think you thought it was gonna go. My thing is, it's not the outfit. That's my opinion. My opinion is, it was not the outfit. This is how I straight up see it. I see it as, he was in his feels because old boy was all up on his shorty, right? Period. He was in your feelings because old boy was all up on your shorty and you didn't like it. And it makes sense. Like, I feel you, bro. But you should have just made it that. I feel like he was upset at their conduct and he didn't want to express that insecurity, so he made it out to be something else and blew up a whole situation. But it's 2023. Like, there are a lot of feminists, women's rights activists. Like, we are all here for the girls. So what you are not gonna do is go on, like, the internet, Twitter, and try and blast the mother of your child about the way she was dressed, when the way she was dressed really wasn't that serious.
You know what it never was? That serious. It was never that serious. Quite frankly, will never be that serious. Never.
Now, I understand, like, people have their opinions of us being so sexualized, etc, etc. I just feel like what she had on wasn't that serious. You know, if you guys had a disagreement about it, then cool. Again, it just goes back to it being very personal. Like, I understand you want your partner, your woman, your man, whatever, to conduct themselves in a certain way. Like, people are like, oh, Listen, the comment section is just like funnier than the actual post half of the time. But like someone posted like a picture of when she was in Aquila and the beach and was like, this is how you wanted her to dress. I was crying. Like, what? I don't think he wanted her to go out dressed as a nun, right? What am I trying to say? I'm basically saying, like, I understand some people might have more conservative feelings and ways of handling things, and who no, none of us are in a position to judge people on how they expect their partners to conduct themselves. That is between them. But you made this big old hoo-ha about what she was wearing, and she wore it, and you making the hoo-ha wasn't going to change nothing. She didn't look like a hoe. She wasn't dressed like a hoe. I just didn't even feel like it was that inappropriate. Plus you're saying for a mom, and it's like, bro, like, how is a mom supposed to dress? Like baggy tees and sweatpants? Like, that's literally what I wear half the time. Do you know what I mean? But I also understand, like, sometimes, not even as a woman, but as a female and as a person in general, sometimes you want to look your best to feel your best. You know, she probably got really dressed up and dolled up for a night out, ready to go and enjoy herself at the concert. I do really think that he was basically in his feelings about their whole interaction. I do feel like it was a little bit OD, and I think that's what kind of peed him off, and he went in a different direction with it. But you're not gonna come for the people's princess. Everyone loves Keke. She's so unproblematic, she's so funny, and even like in the way she was reacting, like, that was just her. Do you know what I mean? Like, we see the way she reacts and acts all the time, and I think she was just being herself, and kind of, you know, she's a little bit exaggerated and animated sometimes, so he probably felt like she was enjoying it way too much. But my thing is, like, have a conversation with your girl and just be like, listen, I don't appreciate men touching on you and feeling so comfortable to be touching on you in like so publicly. Like, I don't like it. Not even publicly, I don't feel comfortable with men feeling like they can touch on you and feel on you in a certain way, period. But to make it about the outfit, like a whole other thing, was a little bit crazy. And I just feel like it was a conversation they could have had on their own, out of the public eye. And you know what, if you really want to state your feelings, you should have just stated the truth. But that's just my opinion. We're all entitled to our own opinions. Only God knows what it really was. I don't think there's anything wrong with someone having expectations of how their partner should dress, and how we expect each other to carry ourselves on the street. You know, like, some people are okay with that. Some of these celebrities who are moms, etc., literally go on red carpets in bra, panties and heels. Some of them go out there with nothing but nipple tassels on. Like, it's crazy. You know, like, it is what it is. And nowadays, just the way people dress, I just feel like isn't even a conversation, because we're never ever surprised the way people go out. But like I said, it is not like she went up on that stage in nipple tassels and a thong. She had on a cute little dress with a little sheer thing. A lot of us, I feel like a lot of women own dresses like that. I have one that's literally a leotard with like a knitted kind of crochet look dress over it, so it's just the leotard thing, and then the little dress bit just goes like just past my knees. Like, I'll see if I can find a picture and put it in. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I wore it on my birthday, and I had a girlfriend. I doubt she was gonna be like, as my girlfriend, I just don't think you should be wearing that. Like, what? Crazy? What do you mean? I look the F good. So just leave people alone to dress how they want to dress. But yeah, bottom line is, I do not feel like that was his issue at all. I think the issue was more with the fact that Usher was all up on her. He was a little bit handsy, it was a little bit gropey, you know. It's like, alright, easy now, easy tiger. But But yeah, that's my little 2 pence. Like, that's just my little 2 pence on it. People are like, I wonder if like Keke's roommate has packed up and left. I'm like, man, they are not gonna let this guy live, you know. But you gotta let people do what they're doing. It is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. Whichever way it's supposed to go, whichever direction it's supposed to go in, it will go in. And to be honest, they don't owe anyone an explanation, you know. That's between them. I don't think anyone was going to be talking about the way she was dressed and going on about the way she was dressed. I don't think the way she was dressed was even going to be a topic of conversation, but he made it that. And yeah, it was a little bit salty, you know, but who knows. I think, yeah, like the main point I'm trying to make is that, yeah, I just understand people have their expectations, their wants, their needs in the situation, and I guess it's different when you're out in the public eye, you know. So yeah, good luck to them. I hope they figure it out. Yeah, you know, build that security in each other and just continue to maintain that respect for one another in whatever situation you're in, basically. And yeah, that's that. So moving on to the next. Okay guys, so this next one is basically an episode from one of my favorite shows, Paternity Court. Yes, I do love me some Paternity Court. I love seeing families reunited, for one. I think it's so beautiful. It's such a blessing. I love seeing people being vindicated, but I also love seeing some people being called out on their behaviors that are a little bit shady and promiscuous and just a little bit wild. And but it's kind of sad sometimes. Like, it's like you want that person to be like the dad, or you want the parents to get along, but just from their interaction you can see like it's just so toxic. And then you have people that are like, thought that someone was their dad for like 30 years, and it turns out like the whole time that wasn't even their dad, and the mom and the dad knew, or one of them kind of knew and the other one didn't. Or, you know, like, yeah, you've been like raised by someone that you thought was your dad, or for like your whole 25 years of living you've been told like 5 different people are your dad. Like, that is so sad, and that is just kind of crazy. I couldn't imagine going through something like that. My dad could never have denied me, because for one, me and my siblings all look alike, and we all look like him. It's crazy because we all look like our moms, but we all looked like him, especially when I was little. Like, I was a dead stamp of my dad, okay? Ray Charles could see that I was a dead stamp of my dad. Like, there was no denying me. He would have had to be on every single drug on the planet to even think of denying me. But how could he deny all this beautifulness? He loved me. But yeah, no, it is so sad. But I do love me some Paternity Court, right? So anywho, this episode was absolutely insane. Now, each to their own in this thing that we call life. Each to their own. But bro, there are just some things in the world where I'm like, how do other people legit think that that is okay? Like, that is not okay. That is crazy. It's not normal. It shouldn't even be a thing. And oops, my bad. It shouldn't even be a thing. And it's just super like, even the example I'm going to use is super awkward, but I have to use it because I'm just like, what the hell?
You're in paternity court because you slept with 4 different men in 2 weeks' time.
It was like competition to them.
Who is this 4th man?
My best friend's fiance.
Hold the front door.
In all the wrong places.
Fat whore. How did you end up sleeping with your fiance's best friend?
She's just a slut.
What did you just say?
I think I might be pregnant again.
Could there be a 5th guy? So, Ms. Riley, your supposed best friend, is admitting that she slept with your fiance.
Yes, well, I was at work. Yeah, I've been friends with her for 10 years.
I mean, that's your fiance. I mean,
So,
obviously, you wasn't
wait.
giving him what he needed if he had to come to me in the
Oh,
first
I
place.
have. I've been with him for 7 years, so I have been giving him what he needs. That's why he's been with me for
You should
7
never
years.
came to me then. I mean,
You came to
So basically, she was tested. She tested like 2 or 3 men, being the potential dads of her kids. They all turned out negative. So the judge is like, is there anyone else? So in the next episode, she brings the other 2 guys, right? Oh Lord. One of them is her best friend's fiance. Your best friend's fiance. Your best friend's fiance. What? Your best friend's fiance? Why is that even a thing? Are you crazy? Oh my days. So let me just give you a quick rundown of the story. So basically, that's trifling as hell, for one. That is your best friend. Like, for me, my best friend is like my sister. Like, that's my sis. Do you get what I'm saying? So why would it cross your mind to, like, that's a bond, and like you slept with her fiance? Whether it was her man, fiance, husband, you shouldn't be crossing those boundaries. Both of them are wrong, because you, for one, have a loyalty to me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we have that trust and that bond that no matter what, you're never gonna cross those lines. So her thing was, she was pretty upset with her husband at the time. She went to the best friend's house. The best friend was at work. The fiance invited her in and was like, you know, wait for her to come back, as you do, because that's your best friend. We're family, so of course you can chill, like, till she comes back. That would be super weird if I told you that you couldn't. That don't make sense, because that don't happen in my world. Do you know what I mean? So then one thing leads to the other. I don't think so. What do you mean one thing leads to the other? What do you mean? That is super freaking awkward. That's disgusting. Like, that's so wrong on so many levels. So the fiance now, he's like, yeah, I was drunk, and you know, like, she kissed me, and like they're going back and forth, like, no, you kissed me first, no, you kissed me first, no, she came on to me because she a slut. And I'm like, bro, it don't matter if she is a slut. She could have been, what is the hoe from the Bible? Was it Mary Magdalene? The hoe from the Bible, right? It don't matter. That is your fiance. Why would you want to sleep with her best friend? It's fine, one thing for you to cheat, like, with someone just out there, period. You shouldn't be cheating on your bae, like, ew. But her bestie, bro, like, her sis, like, no. I couldn't imagine ever betraying my best friend like that, or my best friend ever betraying me like that, and was like, oh, I was just having a rough time, so I had to get my rocks off. You, it's freaking insane. That doesn't even make sense. And like, that just makes me like, just like, where is the love and the loyalty, like, for these people that we call friends? On top of, that's not just your friend, that's your bestie. And she's like, then she had the audacity to say, well, if you was giving him what he needed, he wouldn't have come to get it from me.
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
Lord have mercy. That is your best friend. Okay, if she's not giving it, let someone else do it. As a matter of fact, you should have been able to run to her and be like, girl, your man, your fiance just tried to come onto me, you better regulate that. Do you get what I'm saying? But why did they both even think that was even appropriate? How does that happen? Like, how do you cross those boundaries, like, and blur those lines? Anyway, she's good, because if that was me, my best friend would have head topped me. So like, and they were just standing there in court, and the friend's like, she does it all the time, and she's a slut, she sleeps around, etc, etc. But rude girl, how have you not fly kicked her halfway across the room for betraying your trust like that? And why are you still with this dirty piece of man after he betrayed you like that? Like, that is crazy. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me in my circle. Heads would be rolling. Like, that is straight dirty. You dirty. That is trifling. Like, and on top of it, hold on. Not only did you sleep with my fiance, we are now in court to find out if he's the father of your child. Oh my days. Thank God he wasn't. But could you imagine if he was? I couldn't imagine going to court to find out if I am carrying the baby of my best friend's fiance. And then if it turned out to be true, like, how do you even navigate through life? Like, that is hella orcs. Like, really? Really? Like, really? Really? I don't know. It's so crazy to me what some people find normal and what some people find appropriate on this planet, because no, I am judging. Okay, I like to make this a no judgment zone, an opinion zone. I am judging. That is awful. You should be ashamed of yourself. She should be ashamed of herself. What is that? Nah, man. I know people like to say like, got fire for the gays, but a fire and brimstone for that. Like, that's rude. There's just some boundaries you just do not cross in life. And then the fact that she tried to be wrong and strong. Girl, just admit that you was in the wrong and you effed up, and you'll try to do better in the future. But like I said, it couldn't be me or my people, because everyone would have got licked down. We all probably would have been doing time right now. One of us probably would have been in a wheelchair, so good for them. But yo, listen, some of these people be wilding, like straight up wilding out. I don't get it. Paternity court stresses me sometimes, because some of these women like be straight up tripping, like doing the most, and the man will still be like, but you know, I love her, and if this is my child, we're gonna stay together. And I'm like, bro, if I ever did what she did, there is no way that my partner would ever stick around. And I've thought about like anyone I've ever been with. I just don't feel like I would ever get away with it. I'm like, how do some of these women get away with it? Like, that is crazy. Like, they be out here doing the most in these streets, like doing a lot, and them still get the one, and the man ain't leaving, or the girl ain't leaving. That's one of them. Yeah. So the guy came on with his wife. They have 3 kids. They were there to find out if he was the father of another girl's 2 kids. No, I think it was 1. And then it ended up being like a 3-parter, because it was crazy, and they were all very young. Mind you, that's his wife. So he's with his wife. His wife is there to find out, and he also wanted to double check that he was the father of his wife's kids. Then the wife wanted to find out if he was the father of another of the side chick's kids, right? So that was the first one. Then it came back in the second part, where the wife has now left him, so they are divorced, but she's there as like a witness. And I don't think I'm explaining this properly. Okay, so let's call the wife A and the other girl that they were paternity testing B. So A brought B to court to see if the kid was her husband's. Now A and the husband has broke up, and the husband is now with B after finding out he was the daddy. Now the husband and B have come to court together to see if he is the father of C's child. What? Community penis. No, thank you. You have 3 different women in here, including your wife, all trying to find out if you are the baby daddy, and between them you have like 5-6 kids, and you're dragging all of them to court to make sure that you're the dad. All of them to court. You're dragging all of them to court to make sure you're the dad. And the girls are standing there. I'm like, that's my man, I'm gonna stick by him. Because girl, why are you standing there like Claffy the clown? What's wrong with you? Make better choices. Like, what is it gonna take? I just can't deal. And then some of the moms, some of the moms that were like, you know, doing their thing in the 60s and 70s, I get like, you know, it was sex, drugs and rock and roll, but they were pop locking and dropping it all over the city, all over the tri-state area. Like, what? They had baby daddies from Arizona to New York. I'm like, like, you really, I guess that paternity tests are expensive. I'm not too sure. But like, I'm assuming that when you go on Judge Lauren Lake's show, it's free, but you really gotta be exposing yourself and all the tea on TV. And like, this is on Roku, YouTube, and everywhere for people to watch and see, and that's like a stain, like permanent. That's just hella crazy. Like, I just feel like, me personally, I would rather take out a loan and find out who my baby father is than have my dirty laundry, and for some people it's literally dirty baggies, like my dirty laundry like aired out forever. Once it's on the internet like that, it ain't going nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, that was totally wild. Like, I watched that this week and my jaw was literally on the floor. I'm like, you said that with your chest. Like, you said it with your chest though, like it's okay. No. But yeah, anyway, so that was like another crazy kind of wild thing that I kind of watched this week, and I was kind of like, the fuck, nigga, like what? Oh yeah. Anyway guys, next. All right, so the next one, oh my days. So the next one is this whole Rudy Farias case. So I follow a lot of true crime. I'm a like true crime babe, true crime baddie, period. So I have a lot of like true crime TikTokers, and I have a lot of true crimers on my YouTube. So this case has been popping up left, right, and center all over my TikTok and all over my YouTube, right? So Rudy Farias, if you have heard of it, then no, if you haven't heard of it, I'm gonna give a quick rundown on the case, but just something real quick short synopsis. Oh, that rain. Hope you guys can hear me over the rain. I want to shout like, hey guys, can you hear me? I don't want to shout, but that rain is like beating quite hard on my window right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna give like a quick rundown, and for those of you who know about it, obviously you'll know what I'm talking about. And then I'm gonna insert some clips and then just give like a brief, like, oh my god, what I think about this whole thing. Absolutely shocked, insane, flabbergasted, like what the hell, very confused, very stressed. Like, so basically it came out the other day on the news that they had found this young man, early 20s, laying down on the steps outside of a church, covered in bruises. After like checking him out, etc., they found something on him that was able to ID his family, and it turned out to be this young young man who at the time was a young teenager, Rudy Farias, who had gone missing 8 years ago. So he was Rolling Thunder, boy. Can you hear that? That is crazy. So anyway, so he was about 18 when he had gone missing. So everyone's like, oh my days, like this boy had gone missing 8 years ago. He has finally been found. And I was truly like, wow, like that is amazing. Like, I watch so much true crime, missing people, etc., etc. Like, to see that this is the outcome a lot of people want. Like, when a family member goes missing, you just want them to come home. If someone has taken them, just return them. So I'm like, wow, like this is a miracle. This is amazing. This is so insane, right? So everyone's moving on, getting on with life. The next day, conspiracy theories like everywhere. Like, I started seeing people say, ooh, that caught me off guard. What Lord? My chest. One thing about me, I don't like lightning and thunder, you know, and when I'm at home, I don't really like to be too close to the window. Like, I'm a little bit like, dang, like, trust me to record on the couch today. Should have tapped my ass in the chair. And I don't like being outside in lightning, because one of my worst fears when it comes to thunder and lightning is being struck by lightning. So anyway, it's conspiracy theories left, right, and center. So, oh, what is going on there? Okay, clothes, I see you falling off. Your girl must be shedding a few pounds. I wish. So boom, now it's coming out like he's been at home the whole time. Neighbors are coming out like, missing where? Like, he's been chilling with us. Like, we know him as Dolph, and his name is Rudolph. There's pictures of him like recently at home with his mom, and everyone's just like, what? Hold on. So he was a missing person, but he wasn't really missing. Apparently the mom had started a whole GoFundMe and had collected the GoFundMe money and didn't actually tell anyone that he wasn't actually missing in the end because she wanted to keep the GoFundMe money, apparently. Then it came out. I'm gonna insert some clips quickly.
When they found him, he had her credit card in his pocket. She just canceled that credit card 2.5 years ago. So if he's been missing for 8 years, how the hell he get your credit card in his pocket when they found him from 2.5 years ago?
Was she?
Because we had to remove her from the room.
But so she hasn't been questioned at all. Can you describe her demeanor and his demeanor during questioning?
When she was in the room, he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't say one word when she was in the room. He first came here, he was holding on to her. He wouldn't talk to her. He wouldn't say one word to anybody. Like he was petrified. But the minute he got alone by himself, he slowly calmed down.
I can't
He
control
slowly
the
began
freezing.
to talk very coherently and specific details.
This is a man in his mid-20s. People might wonder, why not run away from this situation? Why not get yourself out of it? Did he give you any explanation about that?
I honestly believe, based on what he said to us, she was drugging the hell out this kid. And she convinced him that he was in trouble for initially running away and that law enforcement wanted to arrest him and put him in jail for running away. She had convinced him that all type of agencies were looking for him to put him in jail.
He was in plain sight, according to you, that he would take her to work.
No, he would go to work with her.
Right. He would
stay at the job
She
with
would
her.
take him to work. Where did she work and where was he doing this work?
It was some kind of security job or something like that. Where they were at, I don't know, but it was a security type job, a nighttime security watch type job.
How did he end up in the church?
We still can't.
Details are finally coming out in the Rudy Farias case, and they are absolutely horrific. So a Houston activist and a detective allegedly sat down with Rudy today, and this was all broadcasted on the news. His mother would force him to take showers with her. I mean, like, she's been keeping him locked up. He's not been missing. Apparently, according to this activist, he has been at home with his mother, and she has been torturing him, giving him all kinds of crazy medications and locking him in a room. Apparently, Rudy had taken her car and he crashed it, and that's how he was found.
So as you can see, it kind of came out that apparently there was a lack of a life insurance policy, but Rudy was actually the executive, so the mom didn't want him to leave because she wanted to get the money. Then she kept the GoFundMe money, so he wasn't actually missing. Then it's like she actually kept him a slave and hostage because everyone's kind of wondering, where did all the... Oh my days. The TV's on. I'm wondering. Oh my god, that is just OD. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, my baby's out there at work. I don't know. So I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, like the mom had kept him as a slave, like told him when he gets in bed, like he's got to play like her husband because the husband had committed suicide after the other brother had died. And yeah, like everyone's kind of wondering, like, where did these cuts and bruises come from? You know, how did he end up on the street outside of a church? He had like a credit card on him. He's been missing for 8 years, but the credit card that he had on him was a card that his mom had cut off 2 years ago. You know, so it's all a little bit kind of weird, like the whole GoFundMe situation, the whole he said himself to, I think it's Cornell X, that he, you know, like just couldn't take it no more. He tried to run away and then he had come back home a few days later and the mum was basically trying to bribe him and stuff. That lightning is catching me off guard. You know, now people, but my thing is, if this was a missing person and an active missing persons case, where was the police in this whole situation? How comes everyone, like the neighbors, etc., knew where he was except the police? How comes the police still had him as missing? How comes now that he's manifested, it's like, oh, we found this missing person? If you guys were actively trying to find this guy, was you not visiting the mom? Did you not see signs? And then the whole family situation is like, are you telling me in 8 years the mom never had a visitor? Like, not once? Ain't been around family members? If so, who snapped that picture of him in 2018? You know, and then when she was uploading pictures of him in the hospital, people were finding out those were 2 pictures from like 2012 when he was previously in hospital. You know, and it's all just a little bit wild. It's like, we all just want the truth. I just want the truth. Like, what did this boy really go through? Like, was the mom really trifling like that? Like, because if so, you are tripping, and she deserves to go to jail. Now the aunties come out saying, like, you know, the mom's got a friend in the, I think it's like Houston Police Department, and I think it's Houston Police Department, I don't even know. She got friends in the police department, hence why she was arrested and then released like in a couple of hours. Like, no, he didn't want to speak in front of his mom. Like, in front of his mom, he was very nervous, he was very jittery. Like, she was making him like walk a certain way. And the minute they got him alone, that's when he was ready to speak up and just be like, she was just doing too much, she was controlling me, she had me doing a lot. And he just felt so much pressure because the brother had passed away and then the dad had passed away, and that was just him, and she kind of had like this tight rein and control on him. But if he was hanging out with the neighbors, like, did he never like not say anything? I think he moved, because I'm like, if he was a missing person, did these neighbors not know he was a missing person? Because you're the neighbors, right? So if my neighbor's wife goes missing, I'm sure they're going to give me a poster. We live opposite each other. I'm sure you're going to be like, my wife is missing, right? So they must have moved where people obviously didn't know about the case, because I'm like, he never spoke out, no one knows, no one. But then my mind goes back to the family. Like, none of you saw him. Even like, I know someone came out saying like, you know, she kind of ran away from the family and locked us all off. And I'm like, wow, so she's gone 8 whole years without seeing none of you, speaking to none of you. No one's checked up on each other to see what's going on with him. Like, it's just so much. I know in the beginning people were saying it was Mex Naffikin. If you know what I mean. I kind of gotta say what rhymes because I want to say it. Next Raffican that was going on, and then people had returned him. So people were like, oh, that's probably what happened, and then they returned him in that state. Then people were like, the mum must have sold him, now he's older, etc. They've returned him in that state. But from the jump, people have been like, the mum. And now it comes out he was living at home with his mum the whole time. And the reason why he was found is because she must have broke him up and give him all the bruises and etc. And then he ran away. He basically ran away. Oh, apparently he was like drugged up. Like, she was giving him psychedelic drugs and everything. Hence why he was so incoherent when they found him. So I think either she probably must have thought he probably died or something happened to him and just chucked him out on the road, or he ran away and just like fainted in front of the church. But it's very strange. It's a very, very strange case. I hope the truth comes out. There's so much that can like literally go through your mind in a situation like this, especially for me. Like, I'm kind of like, did he run away and just collapse in front of a church? Did he purposely collapse in front of a place where he knew people would find him? Or did something happen at home and someone dropped him there for him to be found? But maybe they thought he was dead and was like, when they find him, at least they'll find him dead and he can never speak. Or it was like, find him, so this missing person has finally come out because they couldn't keep up with the whole charade anymore. Like, I don't know. It's absolutely crazy. It's so heartbreaking. That poor boy, like, I can only imagine what he has been through and how crazy his life must have been the past couple years, then how crazy it is now. Like, you got cameras all up in your face, police all up in your face, you got activists, you know, like people who like do hood news, etc. Like, everyone wants the story, everyone wants to know the truth. And at the same time, like, I hope he knows that through this all, like, everyone hopes he's okay. We hope he really heals. I hope he's able to speak his truth and really tell his story to save other people that have been in his situation. But that has been so heartbreaking. Like, I've actually been catching up with this story, but it's just, there's a lot to it. Like, it's a lot, and everyone's kind of covering it. But I have like certain true crimers who, like, one, I trust their sources, and I respect the way they tell their stories and really like talk us through what's going on and give us the information. Like they got Facebook screenshots and everything. Like me, I can give a rundown like on a true crime story that I've seen, but I could never be like a true crimer, because that research and all that work you gotta do, that's exhausting. So grateful that people are actually able to, like, you know, try and help us and give us the rundown on what's going on. But have you guys seen that case? If not, make sure you check it out. Like, you could type it in on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Check it out, let me know what you think. It's absolutely insane. And I'll insert like some of my favorite true crimers and stuff who you can like kind of check out just for rundowns and updates and etc. But yeah, I don't know, I think he ran away. The mom, this is my own theory kind of thing, he ran away, the mom reported it, realized I could make money off of it kind of thing. He came back and was like, shit, I want to keep this money, so we're gonna make this work. And but I think she kind of lost it in the process. She lost her son, then she lost her husband, and probably didn't want to lose another son and started losing her mind. And I can understand how easy it is to snap, you know. Like, I'm so grateful for the head on my shoulders and that I have the Most High's guidance, because there are certain situations where I'm like, I see why my be snapping out here. Like, I see why they be snapping. But yeah, I think something just snapped in her and she did the extreme. But that's like, every action has a reaction, and if you're gonna do the extreme, for one, you have to keep that up. And if you don't want to go to jail, like, you have to make sure you can justify that. And that's the crazy thing, like, now you're in a situation where you gotta fight to stay out of prison, which means you gotta lie, you gotta finesse. Like, ain't nobody got time for all of that. You should have thought about that from the jump. Like I said, when I think about snapping, I'm like, I don't want to go to jail. I would survive a day in prison. I would survive. I would be everyone's B. I'll be everyone's bitch. I'll be everyone's, because whatever it takes for protection, I'll do it. I wouldn't survive. So sometimes I just feel like when we're about to do certain things, let's think about the consequences first, you know. And that was the whole thing. But apparently this is what she wants. Like, she's all on the phone like, yeah, Netflix has contacted me. I think Netflix will do a very, very good documentary. I hope Netflix does a documentary over HBO, because HBO's documentary is a little bit dry. I don't know, HBO's a little bit all over the place. Netflix, they give a little bit more information, a little bit more in-depth. But I just want the truth to come out. I really want to know what the hell went on with this little boy who is now a man. Like, what did you go through, bro? What did that woman put you through? She should be, as a mother, she should be ashamed of herself. So you guys, make sure you check that case out. Literally praying for him, like, seriously. Like, I just wish him the happiest of healings, and I hope in whatever way makes him feel comfortable, because I don't think it's healthy to keep things locked up. In whatever way feels comfortable, whether it's writing a book, talking to the media, starting a blog, vlogging, just something of really speaking his truth and letting it out. I hope he's able to do that, and I hope he's really able to build a nice and secure unit around him, like support system around him. So yeah, that was that one. So let's move on to the next. All right, so I was actually gonna do I'm actually gonna do like 1 or 2 more. I had a little list, however, you know me and this GoPro, we've been tussling recently, and I'm trying to work with it so that when I'm recording my content, I don't get stressed and flustered, right? And I'm trying my best. Like, something that should have taken me a certain amount of time, it's literally taking me like 3 or 4 times the amount of time that it should be taking me, because I'm trying to meet it halfway. So I'm trying to work with it. I'm gonna see what it gives me. I'm gonna see if I can get through the last 2 at least, hopefully. Fingers crossed I can get through the last 2. All right, so this next one I actually found on TikTok this week, and absolutely had me crying, like almost flatline, because I'm like, people are just trifling in these streets. I just don't get it. I'm gonna insert the clip, but basically it's a pastor getting caught cheating on his wife. And for me, like, the whole thing throughout it is like, are you cheating with a man or a woman? Like, it's still not quite clear to me.
Where you going, Joe?
Get me off the gym.
You ain't paid me.
This time, really, you think you finna? No, I'm sorry. Your wife gonna.
Did you peep the bow tie? Like, guys, peep the bow tie. What is that? For one, why is there a little piece of bow tie at the bottom of this man's pants, at the top of this man's pants? And why does the suit look 10 times Joe's size? Like, I'm not getting it. Look how he's covering. Look how he's covering his face. You can't cover your face. No matter how much I try to cover my face or my wife tried to cover her face, like, if someone put out a video exposing, we're gonna know, like, it's the other. You just know. So you hiding your face don't make no sense. But anyway, let me play some more of the video.
He here, y'all. Facebook, he's here meeting with me in this room. Yeah. No, I'm not getting you off for nothing. Everybody gonna know about you. Run me my money. I ain't got time for this. You know my money is valuable. I'm sorry. You know my time is my money, and I'm explaining my time with you.
I gave you $200 last time.
And you got $200 worth of pleasure the last time too.
Let me pay you when I get home.
No. You ain't gave me nothing extra. You got extras. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
She said, or he said, because I don't know what Joe has been cheating with, right? But he or she was like, your wife is gonna know, your kids is gonna know, the congregation is gonna know, but you're gonna need to run me my money. Like, what? So the thing about this is, you got the poor little defensive old man, you know, and he's trying to cover his face. Like, bro, it's done. You shouldn't be out there, period. Like, what are you doing? You're married, you're a family man. But you know what makes it worse? It's not even the fact that he's someone, no, for one, it's the fact that he's someone's husband. It's not even the fact that you're someone's dad, because just because you're a mom or a dad doesn't mean you can't be doing your thing in these streets with whoever you want to do it with. You are the pastor. So what you are doing right now, you are cheating, adultery, and with what seems to be a man. So not only do you lot preach against adultery and all this cheating, but you also preach against the LGBT, and it looks like you got you a whole male prostitute or trans prostitute. I don't know what is going on. It's so easy to get caught up in the rabbit hole. So the person that posted it was like a page, and I was trying to see like who actually posted it so I could like go on their page and see if there's an update, and then I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not even gonna lie, ain't got time for all of that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But it makes you want to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so easy to get so sucked in. But I was like, it's about to go down. Like, I need someone to post the aftermath of this whole thing. He or she is like, yes, he is here. Like, we meet up 2-3 times a week. Then she says the rate, like $125. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. You're a pastor for church with a whole wife and kids at home, and bro, you are out there tricking and treating. Like, this is not Halloween, okay? Behave yourself. What do you mean? This is your pastor. This is your pastor, guys, okay? This is your pastor. This is the pastor of your church. I was like, hold on. This next part.
Sorry, 15 minutes for 15 minutes, 125. You know the rates.
I paid your ass enough for this shit to be free tonight.
What? You have lost your damn mind. You ain't never paid me for nothing free. Whatever you paid me.
Nah. It's the audacity for me. Man said, I have paid you enough for tonight to be free. Now, could you imagine showing up to work and your manager being like, I couldn't imagine going to work and my manager being like, Naomi, we have paid you enough money throughout the years. why are you crying that we haven't paid you for this month's work? My job is my job and my pay is my pay. I don't care how much you have paid me. You know the deal. You know the rate. This is a business transaction, okay? This isn't free. And you know that. How he had the audacity. He had the audacity to say, I have paid you enough money that tonight it should have been free. Bro, you already know no way like that. Run the thing there, money. Run it the money. Like, what do you mean I paid you enough it should be free? That is rude. I couldn't imagine going to work and the boss being like, we've paid you enough over the years, just to get on with it this time, maybe next time. It don't work like that, bro. Be for real. So hold on, let's go.
You got your money's worth every time. You've been satisfied. Do you hear me? You're not leaving this room. You're not leaving this room until
they're really tussling.
You white. No, you're not leaving.
You really followed him though.
No, you're not leaving. I will run down here. I'm sorry. Nope.
And everybody's like, get me off the damn Facebook. Get me off the video.
Right here has not paid me my money. I'm sorry. You about to get a divorce, Joe. I'm posting this. You think I'm playing with you? You think I'm playing with you? No.
Get me off that damn Facebook.
You gonna be on there. You gonna be on there. No, everybody remember this guy. He beats me 2-3 times a week. Got a house full of kids.
Okay, listen. She said the wife thinks he's a stand-up guy at work all that time. He's actually here with me. See, this is the stuff that could create trust issues. Obviously, it's not gonna create trust issues, but like, could you imagine? I would look at this and be like, hold on, because I think that my other half is a stand-up girl. Do you know what I mean? So you're out at work every day. I would be absolutely mortified to know that you are not a stand-up girl, and all this time that I think you're at work, you're out there working it on a prostitute in a hotel.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Could you imagine your bae leaving for work every day? Bae leaving for work every day, and they're not even going to work, they're going to work it with a prosy. You're taking a piss. Taking a piss. This is your pasta. You're taking the P.I. double snake. Okay guys, I have literally had to switch devices because the camera is just doing too much, and I've worked with it as much as I can this far. So I'm gonna do my last one because it literally just cut out on the other one. So let's just move on. Well, actually, before we move on, so basically she ran all the way down the stairs with him. He got to the bottom of the stairs. Then he's like, where's my car key? So I ended up having to go back to the room, and he or she is like, listen, you're gonna have to run me my money. He's like, get me off Facebook. She's like, I'm not gonna get you off Facebook. Like, you have to pay me or else this is going viral, which ended up happening. Like, that is just so embarrassing. And then she's like, I'm gonna drive you to the ATM. He's like, I'm gonna pay you when I get home. So they're gonna pay me now. You're gonna send me something now, like a deposit or something, because we're not about to just part ways like without my money. And that was just like, absolutely, that was just insane to me. I'm like, what is going on in the world? Like, this is why I say the internet is not a real place, because I'm like, bro, like, what? You're a whole pastor and a whole family man. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself. That is a shame. That is a damn right shame. So you deserve every piece of exposure that you got, okay? And yeah, I would, like I said, I wish I could see like the aftermath. I don't know, but that was kind of funny to me. I did see that one this week. Like, what? Okay, yeah. Crazy. So yeah, that was just funny and quite scandalous. It's kind of messy. And then at the end, she's like, you got to run me my money because not only do you have to pay me, but you know that I have to pay my pimp. What? And it ends like right there, pimp. I'm like, not the pimp. Now you know not to play with the pimp now. You know not to play with the pimp now. So I'm gonna move on to my last one. And yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up from there. You guys, just want to touch my heart. I'm a big softie, like super softie. I don't believe in bullying. I believe everyone deserves love and friendship and friends and just people in their corner, especially when you're so young and innocent. Almost shed a tear, almost kind of wanted to be his friend, but you know. And yeah, but let's watch this one quickly.
I just wanted to see if you knew any kids around like 11 or 12 maybe, because I need some friends, like really bad.
So the house to your right, there's 2 kids that live there.
Poor guy.
Yeah, that direction.
This one? Okay. Well, they're not my friends anymore, because they're bullies to me.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man.
They keep bullying me. Yeah,
You guys, that is part that almost made me cry. Like, why are you bullying him? And do you know what I love though? I love to see, like, you know, these kids nowadays, they just like to sit at home, play the games, like be secluded. Like their friends are their online friends, and it's like Tom, Dick and Harry. Some of them probably 50, 60, 5, 10, 15, 20. Do you know what I mean? And it's like he's genuinely like just like, I want some friends to play with, you know. And these guys were kind of bullies, so I'm just wondering if you know anyone else like my age group that can be my friend. And I'm like, that is so sweet. Like, instead of just wanting to be locked up in his room, like not caring, like he actually wants to play outside and make some friends. And I'm like, that breaks my heart. And then to know they were bullying him too, and he seemed so sweet. Like, you know, like as kids, we all have different personalities. We're all kind of raised differently, different cultures, like different things, but I don't think it's a reason to be mean. You know, like, I just don't think it's a reason to be mean. So this broke my heart.
I'm just wondering though.
No, man, I've only got a...
I mean, well, do you have any kids?
Yeah, she's 2 years old though, man. I got a...
Oh, okay, that's great. Cause I actually.
He was like, I actually love 2-year-olds. Like, they're so sweet. Like, I had a sister. She was 2 once, you know, and I just loved her. Like, she was so adorable before she grew up, kind of thing. And it's just like, so I think the person that posted the video, I believe they had started a GoFundMe to buy like buy him like a gaming set and some games and just some toys and stuff, just to help, you know, like lift his spirits and keep him occupied, you know. But it really touched my spirit. He was like, you have a 2-year-old, like, I love kids, they're so sweet. You can just tell that he's just like a little man, you know, and he seems like he has a genuine heart. But it's also kind of scary. Like, as much as I love that he went out to look for friends, it's like we gotta be careful with the doors that we are knocking on, because he could have knocked on the wrong door. You know, there are some really like disgusting predators out there, and that person could have been like, hell yeah, I got kids, come in. Do you know what I mean? And that could have just gone absolutely left. You know what I'm saying? That could have gone to the left. So it's like, it's so sweet what he went out and did, but you know, in situations like that, just let your kids know to be very careful with the doors that they are knocking on, etc. And I do hope that the guy raises enough money for his GoFundMe. I'll probably check it out and see, and reaches his goal to get this kid what he needs. I would love to see an update on that one too. But that one absolutely broke my heart, because I'm like, he seemed so sweet. I wish I had kids his age. Like, seriously, like, I wish I had kids his age to give him some friends. But I'm like, oh, you guys, that is something on the internet that almost made me cry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big softie at heart. Like, I almost shed a tear. I'm like, this poor little guy, like, he just wants some friends. Like, he was probably just standing there, like, at the Ring doorbell, like, having a conversation. This guy's like, yeah, I have a 2-year-old. He's like, oh, I love 2-year-olds. Like, they're awesome. My sister used to be 2 before she was not 2. They're so cute at their age, you know. And then they show in another video that he actually walked up to the door like the first time and was like, actually, no. And he walked away. And I think he kind of built up his confidence again to come back and then kind of just be like, do you know anyone that I can play with, kind of thing. So yeah, I thought that was absolutely heartbreaking, you know. I hope he makes friends, whether it's friends at school, friends in the area, parents who have seen this video and been like, do you know what, you can be friends with my kids, kind of thing. Like, I wish him all the best on his little friendship journey. I thought that was cute. Oh, but yeah, so guys, that is some of the stuff this week on social media that has made me laugh and cry. There's just so much. There's just so, like, guys, there is so much. Like, I have a list and I was literally just like, no way. And aww, sniffle sniffle. This whole week, like, seriously, social media is an absolute crazy place. So yeah, anyway, I had so much fun kind of just chopping it up with you guys and just expressing my opinions on some of the crazy things that I have seen this week on the internet and etc. Just like, I know it's not just me. I know someone must be looking like, what? Yeah, I know some of us be sitting here like, what? Because I be sitting here like, what? What? What is going on? Each to their own. Each to their own. Anyway, stay safe, guys. Literally, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Interact in the comments below. Share with a friend. Let me know what you thought of today's video. If you're not subscribed already and you was loving the vibe, I would appreciate if you would subscribe. And as always, until next time, I am sending love, light and positive vibrations your way. Peace. Bye.